What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and this is MindSet. We're gonna talk about a certain location that is infamous here in the United States, and that location is, let's get it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, Eastern State Penitentiary. You guys, I've been to this location myself twice now. The first time I went was in the early 2000s. Eastern State Penitentiary was actually my first, I guess you could say, my first huge, commercial paranormal location. Before I was, mostly helping people, doing residential cases, and then, cemeteries here and there just for the good old, adventures. But Eastern State was my first big time paranormal location. I actually learned about Eastern State watching Ghost Hunters, and later on, Ghost Adventures hit them up. So it was just a epic, epic location for sure. So the last time I was there was last year. I did a paranormal road trip, and Eastern State was one of my locations, and it was just an amazing time. Obviously, they made many upgrades, and everything was more, accessible, more, newer as far as. Um, as soon as you pay your admission to enter, which I believe it was $45 for adults, for children is less. They equipped you with an MP3 player, and MP3 player with headphones, and then it's basically, you could walk around the whole entire location. You could follow the arrows and just follow the trail, but you could, just walk around the whole entire place. And, there's numbers everywhere. And when you punch in the numbers, it's going to tell you a story about that location or whatever's going on there. But Eastern State Penitentiary, you guys, this is amazing. Amazing. America's most historic prison. Eastern State Penitentiary was once the most famous and expensive prison in the world, but stands today in ruin, a haunting world of crumbling cell blocks and empty guard towers. Its vaulted, skylit cells held nearly 85,000 people over its long history, including bank robber Slick Willie, Sutton, and Scarface, Al Capone. And these are just, the most infamous, criminals that actually was sentenced in Eastern State Penitentiary. And here's the thing, though. Eastern State Penitentiary, I believe, you know what? I'm just going to pull up my website, StrangersMindz.com, because I also have articles. I have written articles about certain locations that I've gone to and visited. I've been to Kings Park Psychiatric Center, Devil's Hop Yard, but let's talk about Eastern State Penitentiary. By the way, this article, you can also find it on ourparanormalworld.com. That website is owned by Craig, an amazing dude. And I actually am part of OPW. I am their New York, New Jersey representative for them. So, every time I go to a location, I take pictures, I write an article, and I send it towards his way, and I put it up on my website also. So, there's multiple ways you guys could reach it. But there is so much history in Eastern State Penitentiary. It is unbelievable. Actually, on their website, if you go down to research and go to history of Eastern States, there is an actual timeline here. And here you could pretty much, the history didn't start in the early 1800s. It actually started in almost mid 1700s. So as you can see, Walnut Street Jail, built to relieve the overcrowding and scandalous conditions at Philadelphia's Old Stone Jail, receives its first prisoners. So when I was doing a little bit of research on the Walnut Street Jail, it was basically, like I believe it's still standing, because when I was doing research for Eastern State, I went in, you guys. I mean, their website was very helpful as far as sources are concerned, but I went and Googled and just went down this rabbit hole. And Walnut Street Jail was a very small little house with a few cells. And due to the uprise in crime, they wanted it to take a different approach as far as solitary confinement is concerned. Because I believe, I think it should be here, if I'm not mistaken, the Penitentiary House, with a capacity of 16 cells, is built in the Walnut Street Jail, and an experiment with day and night solitary confinement begins. So they believe that by by putting these criminals in solitary confinement, it is a way for them to think about their actions and possibly even repent and, scare them straight, if you would say. But with that being said, in 1821, the Philadelphia Society for Alleviating the Miseries of Public Prisons, the Pennsylvania legislature approves funding to build Eastern State Penitentiary. The new prison will hold only 250 people at the time. So they started construction and they didn't realize how huge this project was going to end up actually being later on, because the fact is, they started adding more cell blocks, expanding more of the prison because of the overwhelming amount of criminals that were just out and about. So with that ideology, they actually had a contest with 4 architects, right? So John Haviland, a British architect, won. His prize was $100 for his design, which is probably what I don't know about architects nowadays, but I'm pretty sure $100 is nothing compared to today. But he won, and it was because he designed Eastern State Penitentiary for what it is today. It is, he designed the front part. Look at this. Now tell me, not you guys, like, what is your first thought when you see the front of this location? Actually, you know what? I got a better one for you. Let me bring up, because like I said, I went to this location and I believe, I'm not going to say I believe, I know. And actually, I had to take a picture. Let's open this up. There you go. That's actually my son Josh. Look at it. Look at that, you guys. Let's see if there's a better picture. I think if I go to the side, this resembles almost like a castle. Look at this. And this is inside the prison. That was interesting. Oh, probably dust. But yeah, you guys. So Eastern State Penitentiary, look at this. Their website is amazing. Let's click it. When Eastern State opened in 1829, it did not look like any other building in Philadelphia. In fact, the prison, which was the largest building in the United States at the time, was 2 miles outside of the prison, since the building itself was intended to deter crime. Eastern State was designed to resemble a medieval or Gothic castle. Architect John Haviland said that the building should strike fear into the hearts of those who thought of committing a crime. So their purpose of his theory is creating a building so scary that even before a criminal thinks about committing a crime, it makes them be like, you know what, do I really want to do this? Because I'm going to end up here. So that's exactly how it ended up today. Dude, Google Maps is here. Look at that. This is awesome. But yeah, and when you guys drive up to Eastern State Penitentiary, by the way, it's in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I recommend this location to pretty much anybody who just wants a cool tour, because this is what it is. You walk in, you pay for your ticket, and you walk around the whole place. Granted, there are certain areas, like certain cell blocks, that they left as is, exactly how it was left back in the 1800s, when it closed down. When I want, let's say, when did it close down? I know I did research, but this was a while ago. Because when Eastern State closed down, it was actually abandoned. And there was a couple of years that I missed it. There was actually a couple of years that you could have just walked into this prison and do whatever you wanted. Unfortunately, like every abandoned place, there was a lot of, juvenile shit going on. Graffiti, destruction of property, and just disrespect. But yeah, you guys, if I come across it, because look, this whole timeline starts at 1776 and it goes all the way to 2017, and it's a lot of information. My article of Eastern State is actually the longest article I have written, and it is because there's just so much. But if we go all the way back to the beginning, let's say 1829, October 25th, 1829. Eastern State Penitentiary opens and receives its first prisoner, Charles Williams, prisoner number 1. The crime was burglary. He's a light black skin, 5 feet 7 inches tall. His shoe size, his foot size, 11 inches. Scar on nose, scar on thigh, broad mouth, black eyes. Farmer by trade, can read. Look at this, like the details in their, for their records. Theft included one $20 watch, one $3 gold seal, a gold key. Sentenced to 2 years confinement with labor. Received by Samuel R. Wood, first warden, Eastern State Penitentiary. And yeah, you guys, this is obviously a very amazing place. So if you guys want to know more about it, they have memberships, and this website is like amazing. They have jobs. I'm gonna check that out later. Could you imagine me working for Eastern State? I wonder if they do a background check, because not for nothing, but I feel like if they was to find out that I am a paranormal investigator, they probably think twice to hire me then. But yeah, for sure, check this map out. I am assuming that these are the center. The center connects everything. What? You guys, I didn't even know this. Hold on a second. Dude, they have Google Maps inside the freaking prison. You guys, holy crap. All right, so as you can see, there are certain cell blocks that is closed off. You cannot walk through it, but there are some that you can actually walk, and there's a lot of cells that are exhibits. You know, there's a lot of art exhibits. There's a lot of memorabilia from back in the day. They have a cell that you could walk in and you could see, you know, all of the insects, animals. You know, they have a mummified cat. They have, you know, bones of rodents and basically anything that was living in Eastern State Penitentiary at the time that it was an active prison. They have all of that stuff, and there's just so many um, exhibits there. And this is the center. This was used as like almost like a guard post, so guards would stay here in this location, and that way they could just see everything going down each cell blocks. But let's go back to, it is 4 3 5. There you go. How close can I get? Dude, check this out. This is left exactly how they found it when they decided to revive Eastern States after it was abandoned. And this is how it looks. That looks so dope. I'm sorry, but there is some sort of beauty behind this, behind all of this rubble, and it's just so amusing. Look at that. We could even, can we go outside? Hold on. Ah, we're right next to these people. But yeah, you guys, this is Eastern State. I have so many things open on my computer right now, and it like kind of slows it down, but it's all right. Let's see. Let's go over here. What's up over here? Oh, it actually threw me outside. Look. So let's see if we could zoom in. Oops. I think I went. Oh. This is another place that is locked off, as you guys can see. Where did I go? This is cool, you guys. Holy crap. I did not know that Google Maps is in here. It is amazing. But anyway, I think I am just floored. I tell you what, though, it seems like you could basically travel. Look at that, you guys. Holy crap, this is amazing. Operating room. Yes, they had an operating room in Eastern State Penitentiary, and they have the original stuff too. That's crazy. But yeah, as you can see, if you guys want to take a tour online, go ahead and visit the website. But I tell you what, though, it is absolutely nothing to being there in person, because when you're there in person, you feel the atmosphere, you feel, you know, like being there, you touching and feeling, you know, the vibes in the rooms, and you know, just being there is such an experience. It is absolutely amazing. I would definitely recommend this to any paranormal investigator, even if it's a tour, because unfortunately, I read somewhere that they're not conducting any more paranormal investigations. But still, it is an amazing place to go visit. And for anybody who just wants to have a cool day out in Philadelphia, this is definitely a spot to hit up. This is absolutely amazing. But yeah, you guys, I've been here a couple of times, and let's see where I could pull up some images. That's my partner Fuma also. Here are some images that we took. It's amazing. I read some in my article. Let's bring you down. There you go. The walls are 30 feet high and 10 feet thick and spreads across exactly half a mile with the towers at every corner. The concept of this structure, designed by John Haviland, who was an English-born American architect, it's basically going to say everything. But yeah, there was famous people also that came to just visit due to the popularity that this prison got. So much so that this prison was so modern at the time that it had certain things that not even the White House had. For example, hot running water. I believe it's somewhere in my article. Let's see if we can find it, you guys, because it is absolutely amazing. And if you guys, again, want to read the article, you can find it on my website or on ourparanormalworld.com. And you guys could read everything for yourselves. But it is a very interesting article, if I say so myself. And yeah, you guys, this is one for the ages. Surveillance Hub, which is the center. The Penitentiary's Rotunda is a physical and symbolic center, the prison. Symbolic center, the prison. The distinctive architectural feature designed for surveillance into the radiating cell blocks was copied in hundreds of prisons during the 19th century and provides one of the most powerful visitors experiences today. I agree. Because you standing right in the middle, I mean, you guys already saw on the Google Maps, just you could just look straight down and out. And the 7 original cell blocks and the south corridor can be seen through the 8 arched doors around the room. Let's keep on going, because this place is always something. You know what? We also had a bit of a funny experience when we went to the synagogue. That they have a synagogue here. I'm probably chopping up the word, but check it out. Just touch this to see. Do you feel anything, bud?
I felt like the door was shaking. It might be from something else.
Feel like the door was shaking?
Well, not shaking, like moving a little bit. It was weird.
What's going through your mind?
It's like weird.
So you're saying that your mind is blank?
Yeah.
You left an imprint on there, like you have sweaty hands.
My hands are sweat. My hands aren't even wet.
Well, I recorded that.
It actually dissipated. You saw that?
They're not wet.
But I can still show you where his fingers were.
Look. My fingers aren't wet though.
Yeah, definitely interesting stuff. Let me show you guys another clip of us just walking around. This is actually a very popular location to take pictures. I was so terrified of dropping my phone, but I just, curiosity always gets the best of me, which is probably the reason why I always end up in precarious situations. That's the infamous shot. My son, with his camera, always takes, I'd argue, better pictures even than me. And he goes everywhere with me, you guys. He's a junior paranormal investigator. This place is amazing. So you start off, once you pay your ticket and you start walking, you start off, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Look at that. It's incredible. If somebody would have told me how awesome history is, I think I would have been a different person today instead of taking history like a joke. Back in the day when I was younger, definitely I didn't take advantage of history, because now today, as a paranormal investigator, it is very, very interesting. If I would have known this back in the day, I would have been like, I don't know, probably like Josh Gates today, because it is absolutely amazing. Oh, you guys, before we go, I gotta show you this.
Bobby would be here.
Back in the day, Pep, a dog inmate for killing a cat.
How did they just put him in the song?
You know what? I want to hear this.
I'm going for it.
Pep the dog.
You heard that right, you guys. Eastern State had a dog inmate. I'm sorry for blocking the camera right quick, but as every famous, location, they all have gift shops. So check it out. A door magnet. I'm not even sure if it's looking good over here. Pep the dog. The gift shop has so many stuff in there, and it's all simply amazing things. I mean, I got a bunch of magnets. Eastern State Penitentiary. Just cool memorabilia just to have. Not just that. Let me just reach on over here right quick. I got myself a bunch of cards. This one, let's see. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah, and they also have coffee mugs, shot glasses. I got myself a couple of shot glasses, but they're somewhere back there. But yeah, you guys, it is truly amazing. It's a great place. It's a great place. But you know what? We're gonna end it right here. So, definitely, this is a got to go to location. If it's not part of your bucket list, you should definitely consider it, because you won't be disappointed. But on the meantime, you guys, if you are enjoying this kind of content, please do what you do when you like a channel. Hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.